Do you know that nearly 500,000 new cases of Alzheimer's disease are diagnosed a year in the United States? People aged 65 and above have the highest prevalence in developing Alzheimer's disease. About 1 in 9 people, 10.8%, aged 65 and older, has Alzheimer's dementia. An estimated 6.7 million Americans older than 65 have Alzheimer's disease. By 2050, the number of people aged 65 and older with Alzheimer's and dementia is projected to reach 12.7 million unless scientists develop new approaches to prevent or cure it. In 2022, Alzheimer's disease cost the U.S. economy an estimated $321 billion, which is a huge burden to the U.S. society. Alzheimer's disease can be detected early, and treatments can be taken to slow progression of the disease. Early diagnosis can also increase the chances of better responses to treatments. Several biomarkers play a crucial role in detecting Alzheimer's disease, aiding in early diagnosis and monitoring the progression of the condition. These biomarkers include amyloid beta, tau protein, neurofilament light protein, and other metabolic biomarkers and inflammatory biomarkers. Given the importance of detecting Alzheimer's disease early, recently Alzheimer's disease diagnosis has become a focal point. In October, Quest Diagnostics obtained exclusive authorization in the United States for Diadem's AlzoSure Predict Alzheimer's blood test, previously granted breakthrough device designation by the FDA in 2022. Following this, Quanterix, after signing a licensing agreement with Johnson & Johnson subsidiary Janssen Sciences Ireland, developed a blood testing method, Lucent p-tau217, for Alzheimer's diagnosis and research as laboratory-developed test. While recent advancements have occurred in Alzheimer's diagnosis, major companies like Roche, Fujirebio, and Sysmex are actively developing Alzheimer's blood tests. Why are numerous testing companies eager to explore this territory in the United States? According to verified market research, the global Alzheimer's diagnostics market was $3 billion in 2022 and is projected to reach $6.25 billion by 2030, with an annual growth rate of 8.2% from 2024 to 2030. As the largest Alzheimer's diagnostics market, the United States harbors nearly 7 million elderly individuals affected by Alzheimer's, and the population aged 65 and older is estimated to grow from 58 million in 2021 to 88 million by 2050, with approximately 1 in 9 individuals in this age group affected by Alzheimer's. NIH, National Institutes of Health, allocates over $1 billion annually, and major pharmaceutical companies collectively invest billions in research and development. NIH has recently injected substantial funds into Alzheimer's detection. Diadem US, mentioned earlier, received an NIH grant of around $2.5 million last September to aid in validating their Alzheimer's blood test product. The race for Alzheimer's drug development propels diagnostic advancements. In January, Eisai and Biogen's Alzheimer's drug, Leqembi, received accelerated FDA approval, targeting adult Alzheimer's patients with mild cognitive impairment or mild dementia, signifying a significant breakthrough in treatment development. Eli Lilly is also developing the Alzheimer's drug solanezumab. In early March, they announced progress in their A4 anti-amyloid treatment in asymptomatic Alzheimer's disease study, which concluded that the anti-amyloid treatment in asymptomatic Alzheimer's disease was ineffective. While the results were negative, the generated data will enhance understanding of preclinical Alzheimer's and drive future prevention research. However, grief is a universal language. In November last year, Roche's Alzheimer's drug clinical validation failed, yet it didn't halt Roche's stride in Alzheimer's diagnosis and treatment. In September this year, Roche announced a $60 million payment to Ionis Pharmaceuticals for exclusive global rights to 2 undisclosed preclinical RNA targeting projects involving Alzheimer's and Huntington's disease. In March, Roche partnered with Eli Lilly to develop their Alexis amyloid plasma panel, an immunoassay method for detecting p-tau 181 and ApoE4. This showcases Roche's determination in Alzheimer's diagnosis and treatment. Alzheimer's is currently diagnosed based on PET scans or cerebrospinal fluid analysis, but compared to these gold standards, blood tests are less invasive and more cost-effective, playing a crucial role in Alzheimer's diagnosis and management. Simultaneously, advancements in biomarker discovery and detection enable the analysis of Alzheimer's-related substances in patients' blood, enhancing diagnostic possibilities for large-scale, potentially asymptomatic populations at a low cost. Excitingly speaking, 2023 marks a pivotal year of Alzheimer's blood testing. Let's look at the current Alzheimer's blood test available in the U.S. market. There is currently no FDA-approved Alzheimer's blood test in the U.S., yet there are FDA-approved products that are cerebrospinal fluid test, Roche's cerebrospinal fluid test, Alexis, amyloid 142, CSF2, and Alexis Total Tau CSF. They received FDA approval in June. However, FDA approvals lag behind cutting-edge technology. The path to the U.S. Alzheimer's testing market isn't solely reliant on FDA approval, as companies like Quest, Quanterix, C2N, Fujirebio, and Sysmex have already begun developing Alzheimer's blood tests and providing testing services through LDTs. Quest's AD Detect test, launched to consumers on July 31st, garnered significant attention. This new test utilizes the same technology as the amyloid to 42/40 ratio biomarker test to assess beta amyloid protein. The test claims an 89% sensitivity and 71% specificity. The AD Detect test is priced at $399, but now it is discounted to $299 with addition of $15 physician addition fee. While Quest's test launch stirred controversy, concerns about potential false positives and overwhelming follow-ups that make specialist resources scarce arise, it also marked a substantial step forward in Alzheimer's detection. Other testing companies are vigorously vying for a share of the market. Quanterix is advancing its Alzheimer's plasma test development, generating data for p-tau 181 through the Global Alzheimer's Association BioHermes platform, submitting it to the FDA, and researching other Alzheimer's biomarkers like p-tau 217 and p-tau 231. In August, C2N Diagnostics released a new beta amyloid protein test, Precity AD2, for Alzheimer's screening, building on the Precivity AD test launched 3 years ago. It detects specific proteins in the blood using mass spectrometry, which originate from amyloid plaques in the brain. Fujirebio currently offers research-use plasma tests for AB to 42/40 ratio and p-tau 181, and is now developing detection methods for p-tau 217 and NFL, neurofilament light chain. Fujirebio is evaluating which of these biomarkers is most clinically useful. In July, Danaher's Beckman Coulter collaborated with Fujirebio to develop an Alzheimer's blood test for the U.S. market. Alzheimer's blood testing is either close to commercialization or already in the market, with numerous small companies leading among larger competitors. In this increasingly valued field, more players are expected to join, making the Alzheimer's diagnostics race a potentially crowded one in the near future.